Prime Minister Narendra Modi has left for Paris to face what's probably the biggest diplomatic challenge he is going to face. At the climate change talks in Paris beginning tomorrow, it's safe to say that all eyes will be on Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. While developing countries are looking to him to champion their interest in winning funds and pushing industry, the developed bloc, including the United States, is wary that India could end up scuttling any deal. The aim of the conference is to build consensus on keeping the average global temperature rise below the 2 degrees Celsius compared to pre-industrial levels. The goal will lead to some tense moments, with the United States already stepping up pressure on India to set much higher emission cut goals than Delhi has already committed. India is resisting all attempts, given that developed nations account for most of the legacy pollution accumulated till date. As compensation, developed countries are expected to invest huge amounts in pushing green technologies in the developing world. India Today's Group Editorial Director Raj Chingappa spoke to Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar ahead of the Paris summit. Listen in.
Prakash ji, what are the red lines that you would think that India would be having at the summit?
See, with Modi's leadership, we are so positive that we are not thinking in terms of red lines. All we are talking about green lines. We are not opposing, we are proposing. Our propositions are balanced and which will produce balanced, equitable and just climate agreement. And to that end, we will help out all the countries to negotiate and come to a midpoint where we will have both achieved.
Well, one of the big things that's going to happen tomorrow is the Global Solar Alliance. How is India looking at this? Is it a way of a breakthrough in terms of the way we would lead the climate change dialogue?
It's a very important breakthrough and a very important initiative by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, because he imagined of Solar Alliance. All countries between Cancer and Capricorn, that is tropical and subtropical countries, who get very bright sunshine for more than 300 days in a year, are the best suited for the development of solar energy. And today, the new technology, the joint research, the joint demand, and many other bilateral, multilateral cooperation will stem from this. If we go ahead with this kind of, and tomorrow it will be launched, French and many other governments have also collaborated with this.
What will India's role be? Would we be setting up office and then funding it a bit? Or what are we hoping to get from this?
The details are being worked out by the Renewable Power Ministry. But yes, there will be some sort of secretariat and some sort of arrangement where all countries can put their contributions and also benefit from it, because it's a benefit to all.
The other two big issues that is there is in terms of technology and finance that the developed countries were supposed to. Now they don't seem very reluctant to do that. Is India going to be pushing hard to ensure that that equitable exchange happens?
Equitable exchange is essential because India is a very peculiar situation. We have 17% population. We have 17% of cattle population of the world. But both require land, water and food. And we have only 2.5% of the land mass. And we have only 4% of fresh rainwater resources. So we are working in constraints. Our 30% people don't have energy access. Our consumption is much lower because we are at a low development level. And today, our car Raja are only 18 per 1,000. Still, we are facing problems. And government has taken a very important
decision. So you're going to be tough at the negotiations because they're trying to split through the developed countries.
Right. We will tell the facts, and which nobody can deny. And then justice flows from that. And that is how we want a just and equitable climate.